I like coffee. I like the smell of coffee. I like the taste of coffee. I even like the process of preparing coffee. But above all of that, I like coffee because it wakes me up in the morning and it keeps me going. Which is why coffee is such an essential part of my food loadout every time that I go backpacking. But you know what I don't like? Instant coffee. Instant coffee is just horrible. I would rather be sluggish and tired for the rest of my life than be forced to drink one more cup of coffee crystals mixed with water. Instant coffee is just bad. Luckily, there are other options for making coffee in the backcountry, and I'm going to tell you about one of those today. Here's my preferred method for brewing coffee on the trail. Now, I will admit that some instant coffees can be bearable. Like the Starbucks instant iced coffees, those are actually pretty good. They're definitely a passable option for trail coffee. The issue with instant coffees, besides taste, is that when you find one that you like, they're so expensive. The Starbucks ones that I just mentioned are about $1 per cup for instant coffee. That's crazy. So I set out one day to figure out how I can make a good tasting cup of coffee on the trail for cheap. And I don't want to have to bring any extra gear along with me like a French press coffee mug. Here's what I came up with. Tea bags. You can brew coffee in the same tried and true method that you use to brew tea. It just takes a little bit of prep at home before you get on the trail. But first, let's talk money. A decent bag of coffee beans at the store is going to cost you about $10. And you can get 200 of these empty tea bags on Amazon for $9. I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to get the same ones as I'm using here. Out of that bag of coffee, you're going to get about 80 cups of joe, depending on how strong you like to make the black stuff. With the tea bags only being about 5 cents a piece, that means that 1 cup of coffee prepared in this method is going to cost you a whole whopping 17 cents. And it's going to taste just like the coffee you make at home. So here's how you do it. Take an empty tea bag and pour ground coffee beans into it. Boom, you're done. When the time comes for you to crawl out of your sleeping bag and face the cold morning air, all you have to do is boil 1 cup of water, drop this coffee bag that you've prepared into it, and let it steep for however long you want to. The longer you leave it in there, the stronger your coffee will be. And that's all there is to it. Cleanup is as simple as throwing this in the fire once you get that going, or packing it out. It's super light. Just make sure you squeeze all the water out of there first. So that's how you make trail coffee that actually tastes good on the cheap. What are some of your favorite ways to brew coffee while you're out on the trail? Let me know in the comments down below, and feel free to check out some of our other videos if you want to see more outdoor tips just like this one. I'm Josiah with From the Dust Outdoors, and I'll see you out there on the trail.